All right, let's just jump right in. For ages, we've been sold this idea that the secret to amazing skin comes in a bottle, some fancy cream or a super expensive serum. But what if the latest science is actually pointing us towards something way older? Something we've been completely ignoring every single day.
No, really, just pause and think about that for a second. What if there's this powerful, totally built-in tool for managing everything from acne to eczema that costs absolutely nothing? It sounds way too good to be true, I know, but a really fascinating 2024 review is starting to connect the dots between our modern skin problems and a natural rhythm we seem to have lost.
Okay, so to get this, we have to zoom in, like way, way in. Because here's the thing, you are not just you. Your skin is basically a bustling, sprawling city. And as the old saying goes, it really does take a village to run it. So the key here is to completely change how we think about this stuff. We're not talking about germs that need to be, blasted away with harsh soaps. We're talking about a community, a living shield. These are our tiny bodyguards, our first line of defense. They're like little tenants who pay their rent by keeping our skin healthy and balanced.
And this is where it gets really wild. These microorganisms, these little bacteria living on your skin, they have eyes. Okay, well, not literal eyes, but they have these ancient sensors that can actually detect light. They are just sitting there passively. They're actively watching the world around you. It's kind of mind-blowing.
So how in the world do they do it? Well, they use these molecules called chromophores. You can see a few of them listed right here. The easiest way to think about them is like microscopic solar panels. When blue light from the sun hits them, it's like a switch flips, and it can totally change their behavior, sometimes for the better, and sometimes for the worse. Which brings us right to the heart of it all. Timing is everything. You know how you feel sleepy at night and alert in the morning? Well, your skin and that whole microbial village on it, they operate on the exact same kind of strict 24-hour schedule. It's this beautiful synchronized dance, all set to the rising and setting of the sun.
And this timeline just lays it out perfectly. Right at sunrise, that blue light acts like a wake-up text message for both your skin cells and all the microbes. Then, during the day, they get to work, focusing on protection. But look at this part. In the evening, the activity of C. acnes, the bacteria often linked with acne, it naturally starts to ramp up. And that happens right before the whole system shifts into this deep repair and regenerate cycle overnight. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. The gentle blue light you see at sunrise isn't just light. It's a very specific biological instruction. It's the signal our bodies and our microbes have evolved over millions of years to expect. You could say it's the official start of the workday for our skin.
Now, the nerdy scientific term for a signal like this is a Zeitgeber, which literally means time giver. But honestly, this orchestra analogy is so much better, isn't it? The sunrise is the conductor tapping the baton, and all of a sudden, trillions of different musicians, your skin cells, your bacteria, they all start playing the same beautiful symphony, perfectly in sync.
But what happens when the conductor doesn't show up? Or maybe worse, what if some rogue trumpet player just starts blasting away in the middle of the night? Well, that's pretty much what we've done. By burning the midnight oil, glued to our screens, we've thrown the entire orchestra into total chaos. You see, it turns out not all blue light is created equal. The blue light from the sunrise, that's the early bird's reward. It's gradual, it's mixed with all these other colors, and it correctly syncs our internal clocks. But the blue light from our screens at night, that's the night owl's penalty. It's a totally different beast. It's intense, it's narrow, and it confuses the heck out of our biology, spiking stress and totally messing up that crucial nighttime repair work. I mean, just picture it for a second. Your skin's little repair crew clocks in, they've got their tools ready for their quiet night shift, and then bam! You blast them with the light of 1,000 suns from your phone. They're confused, they're stressed out, and they're definitely not getting any repair work done. It's no wonder we sometimes wake up looking a bit rough. Okay, so we've definitely identified the problem. But here's the really good news. The solution isn't some crazy expensive product. It's actually about getting back to basics. It's a simple and totally free prescription to get our natural rhythm back on track. And that brings us to such a critical point. The goal here isn't a war. We're not trying to kill all the bacteria on our skin. It's all about restoring harmony in this three-part system. There's you, the host, your microbes, the tenants, and the light, which is the signal. When all three are in sync, the whole system just works beautifully. So what's the dose for this prescription? It's this simple. 10 to 30 minutes, maybe more, of morning sunlight.
That's it. That's the conductor tapping the baton. It's the daily reset button that every single one of us has access to. And here's exactly how you fill that prescription. Number 1, try to get outside around sunrise to get that timing just right. 2, expose your skin and safely your eyes. You don't have to stare at the sun or anything, just be outside without sunglasses for a little bit. And 3, and this is a big one, become a gatekeeper for your evenings. Protect that night cycle by ditching the intense blue light after dark. So, we end on this thought. This is really the big takeaway. In this world of 10-step skincare routines and so-called miracle creams, the science seems to be pointing us back to the most fundamental ritual of all. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the best thing we can do for the trillions of tiny organisms that call our skin home is to simply step outside and greet the day.